Did you know there's different kinds of tomatoes, like indeterminate or determinate or micro tomatoes? There's even patio tomatoes that are a little bit bigger than the micro tomatoes. Did you know there's onions that are long day, short day, intermediate day? Long day onions like longer days, short day onions like shorter days. So up north, long day onions are what you would grow for longer days, and down south, the days are shorter. You would grow a short day onion. Did you know there's two kinds of garlic as well? There's hardneck variety, which give you scapes. They do better in winter. The cloves are all larger and similar in size, but there's less cloves. Softneck garlic is the other kind, and they don't do quite as well in winter. You don't get a second harvest of a garlic scape. And you have a whole lot more cloves, which means more peeling, and the cloves are all different sizes. So I like hardneck for the second harvest. Does better in winter. Larger cloves, less peeling, and larger cloves I can save and plant myself instead of buying more to plant every year. Did you know there's different kinds of potatoes you can plant, like indeterminate or determinate? Indeterminate ones will keep growing and root off the stem if you bury the stem, and you get more potatoes that way. The ones closer to the top will be smaller, the ones towards the bottom will be bigger. If you plant determinate, you'll get a whole bunch of potatoes at the base of the plant. So you want to put a little bit more dirt towards the bottom if it's in a grow bag like myself. And you don't need to bury the stem because it's not going to grow a whole bunch up the stem. Something to keep in mind with potatoes is you don't know if they're determinate or indeterminate when you buy them from the grocery store. So it is better to buy seeding potatoes that tell you which one it is, determinate or indeterminate. That way you plant it correctly. Did you know harvesting your peas before they fully mature means you get more peas and the plant won't die as fast? Because these never matured, the plant's not done trying. So harvest often to get more in the long run, to keep the plant alive, and make sure you do it before they've fully ripened. Same concept for cucumbers. I don't have any to show you yet because I'm planting mine late on purpose. But once your cucumber yellows, you want to get it off right away. That might even be a little too late because the yellowing means it's ripening. Same thing for your zucchini. Peppers, you want to harvest before they, like a lot of peppers turn red when they're ripe. Before they completely turn red, you want to harvest those. And as far as I know, tomatoes just keep on giving. Even if the tomato is ripe when you pluck it, there's still more flowers on there. So I don't know if that concept's the same for tomatoes, but it is for peas. Did you know you can grow all your own culinary herbs and preserve them to have enough for the whole year? All you got to do is dehydrate them in a dehydrator or your oven, or freeze them. You can freeze them in like little ice cube trays if you blend them up. You can freeze them whole, whatever you want to do. You can blend them up and freeze them in little balls on a baking sheet and then throw them in the freezer bag afterwards. However you want to do it, freeze dry. Yep. I don't have one of those because they're really expensive. Did you know you can plant in a garden soil bag? Don't even bother taking the dirt out of the bag. Just plant in the bag. Did you know you can use reusable, washable bags that you get from anywhere, anybody who's giving out free bags or marketing their stuff like this, like these, and plant in them just like they're a grow bag. Did you know pests are like breasts? They're super annoying and always in the way. Did you know there's ways to repel pests by planting other things? Nasturtiums, marigolds, your culinary herbs, they all serve a purpose in attracting some things and repelling other things. Onions and garlic as well. They all help each other. I'm going to put another video out later about intercropping, companion planting, and benefits of stuff like that. So stay tuned for that video. Did you know you can plant peas really close together? Look at this. You end up with the jungle. I like to call it my wall of peas. Feels like a wall. I think it's kind of pretty. you can plant them super duper densely. It makes them a little harder to harvest. That's why I wouldn't do it like super long and super wide, like in a big block, because you want to be able to reach. For me, I can walk around the backside and weave my hands through and pick them out. Okay. I wouldn't go any denser than this though, but I like to optimize space. They're only planted like an inch or two apart, and they grew to their max height, no problem. Did you know? Even though bunnies know how to jump, they're still going to bite holes in your stuff. They can walk around, they can hop over, but no, for some reason, the better route for them, or the smarter or easier route, is to take 5 minutes or however long to chew a hole. I got more. Where'd it go? Oh. Now tell me they can't jump over that. Seriously? It's like knee height. Yeah. Did you know you can harvest your own seed from almost anything? If it's something that's going to produce the seed this year, you just make sure that plant, that whatever, is completely ripe, all the way ripe. So tomato, super soft and to its full color, is very ripe. Peas and beans, the pods are completely dried out and brown. You can save those and harvest those. Anything that goes to flower, like your lettuces, whenever the flower is done and the seeds drop out and the flower is like, if you have to force the seed out, it's probably not viable seed yet. But if the seed's just fallen out of a dry flower, you can save those seeds. Now you do have to think about, is it a hybrid? Is it an heirloom? Did it cross-pollinate with something similar? Stuff like that. So you got to keep that kind of thing in mind when you're saving seed, like from a pumpkin or a squash. And tomatoes, well, I guess mostly everything. You got to think about that kind of thing. So you might not get the same thing next year on some things that you save seed from, but you'll get something, and that's what counts. I saved jalapeno seed. I didn't know which kind of jalapeno it was going to be. If it was going to be a big guy like those massive things over there, or an early variety like those more normal sized ones over there. One, I didn't know if it was a big guy jalapeno seed or an early jalapeno seed, first of all. And two, I didn't know which variety was going to come from the hybrid. Because a hybrid is a mixture of two, and you end up getting one or the other or something like that whenever you save seed from a hybrid. So I got jalapenos. That's good enough for me. So when I start to get low on pea seeds, I'll leave some of these on the plant to completely dry. The plant's that's going to happen anyways. The plant's going to die anyways. It doesn't last all summer, all these plants. So I'll just leave them up on purpose, leaving some of these here, and I'll save my seed that way. I bought a big bag in bulk several years ago, and they're still, the germination rate is still crazy good, and I still have quite a few. But when that time comes around, that's what I'll do. The onions here, I saved these seed from a red onion. I don't know what kind of red onion it was, and I don't know if they're gonna bulb up or give me a red onion, or if they were hybrid or not. Like, I don't know. This whole section of these perfect looking ones that are standing straight up versus those over there, those are different. I don't see anything bulbing yet, which is worrisome, but we're gonna find out, I guess. But I saved those seeds because I knew I was gonna get some kind of onion. At least I'd better, anyways. Onions and carrots are biennial, so by saving the seed from those onions, I left some onions in the ground over winter, and then the following spring, they gave me seed. Carrots the same way. If you want to save the seed, don't harvest all your carrots. Leave them in the ground over winter, and they'll give you seed the next year, and then you save those seeds. I'm sure there's a whole lot more things that I could say, but that's just what comes to my mind. So if you did know these things, Great, hopefully I reminded you. If you didn't know these things, then my goal was to inform you. I'm not an expert. I'm not here to teach, but I am here to help and to have you follow along with me while we do everything in here. So I hope this was helpful for anybody who needed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for being here. Feel free to like and subscribe. I'll pop up some videos for you to watch, and have a wonderful day. Bye.